Okay, everyone, Shanka, class time. All right, today we want to talk about a subject that if you live here in Taiwan, you're probably very familiar with and you deal with it every day, even though you probably don't realize it. So here we're going to talk about the Taiwan birth rate or the population problem or however the heck you want to call it. So up here you have the basic guy, his wife, and two kids. So a little girl and then another one here, a little baby. And if you live here long enough, you probably see it in the news every day. You'll know, oh, the population is dying. It's not so big anymore, okay? And to be fair, this is not just a Taiwan problem. Many countries have this problem. Japan does. South Korea definitely does. China is beginning to experience it. Canada does. The US is worried about it. Europe, they have this problem. So it isn't just a problem here. Now, why do these countries, or why does Taiwan have this problem? And one of the first things, if you ask people about it, they'll tell you is this, okay, houses, or condominiums, or however you want to call it. They're not cheap here. They once were when I first moved here, I remembered, but now they're not anymore. Okay, so because these are so expensive, a lot of people just put off getting married, dating, or anything. They just stay home with mom and dad all the time, okay? And the same goes for condominiums. You see, if you drive around Taichung or probably any city, you'll see lots of condos being built. But then I guess you have to ask the question, how many people buy those, okay? A lot of people buy them, but nobody lives in them, okay? And then closely related to that is this one here, work, okay? Office. So here, with people retiring every year, all right, just because somebody retires doesn't mean those job responsibilities go away. Somebody is going to have to do that work. And so many companies, what they do is to sort of split the job responsibilities up and they dump it on younger workers, okay? So people who are younger will be doing more, okay? But they won't be making very much more, okay? So the amount of pay, at least here in Taiwan, in many countries, I know in the US it is, we say that the wages are flat, okay? So you'll be doing many more hours of this, but you'll be getting much, much, much less of this, okay? So maybe you've heard about a guy in China, a business guy named Jack Ma, and he had a work philosophy called 996, okay, where you work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week, okay? Now in Taiwan, no one talks about it here, but I think the companies like the idea, okay? They just wouldn't admit that, all right? They do want you working 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and if they could get 6 days a week, they would do it, okay? But they probably just can't do that right now. All right, so to kind of summarize, all right, people can't afford these, and they're doing too much of this, and they're getting too little of this, and there's no time for these things here, babies, all right? Now, closely related to the work and the price of houses are these things here, cars, motorcycles, vehicles, okay? These are also expensive, and the more of these that you want to have, all right, you're going to need at least one of these, maybe two of them, and maybe even one of these. I know families with 2 cars and 2 motorcycles, all right? So now we could ask, what should be done to fix this problem? And one thing that can be done is that if you're going to have more of these here, kiddos, all right, then let's make healthcare free until the kids are 18, all right? And this way, no matter what happens, the kids will be taken care of. And that's one less thing that parents would have to worry about, all right? And closely related to this, we're going back to the houses again, is that condos or houses that people need to buy so that they can have more of these here, all right? These should be available to buy that are based on your income. So the rent or the mortgage that is paid each month is based upon your income, and it applies to the purchase of the house or the condominium, all right? And so again, another thing, this is another cost that is related with this that young parents find out very quickly, all right? And that is these here, all right? All these you have to buy when the kid is born, all right? So you would have the stroller, for example, and the baby toys, all right? And all these other myriad of things that parents are going to have to buy, all right? So when this can be bought fairly cheaply, then these can be paid for or bought also trouble-free. People don't have to worry about it so much. All right, class over. There's lots of other things we could do, but these are some things that we could start with. All right, Shaka, bye.